In a land 70 miles southeast of Boston, on a show that's just too damn early, we're ready to break some legs.
Good morning, Cape Cod. Good morning, Minnesota. Good morning, Kentucky. Good morning, United States of America. And good morning, world. Welcome back to the Too Damn Early Show. My name is D-Max.
I'm Delia Jade. Good morning.
We're back for another morning of crazy shenanigans, fun times, and really, really weird challenges. And we got a bunch of stuff going on. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about our week, man. It's been a week.
It's been a heck of a week, let me tell you.
So what have you been up to?
Well, I've been hurt, and more hurt, and then I was sick, and now I'm working. Hurt.
Working hurt. Hurt working? Hurt working sounds dangerous.
I'm hurt at working.
What's your safe word?
Safe.
It's just safe.
I am safe.
Crack open the safe when I am in trouble. You speak
I am safe, which means no more.
No more. Speaking of hurt, I have one thing to talk about today, and why my finger looks like it's an R2-D2.
It was shredded.
It was shredded. I had a bit of an incident with stuff that I really don't want to discuss too much right now, but more or less, I suffered deep lacerations to my pointer finger, and I had to go to the hospital, and I was at the hospital until about 3 a.m., getting this stitched up. It's healing quite nicely. I feel really awesome, but I have chronic pointer finger, and it's like R2-D2 is constantly telling people to shut up.
I'm going to tell the turtles. Crazy. I'm going to tell the turtles in that shredder.
Also, our microphone has developed a seeing problem, so we gave it glasses,
Except for eyes.
And then I had a couple of crazy things happen to me. First and foremost, I was coming home from work, and I was just checking out, and in Dennisport, particularly Dennis, you can go to Patriot Square, which is a nice little plaza full of shopping stuff, and there's a car show they hold in the parking lot, and I had pulled up on my motorcycle, just like, I got a little bit of time, I'm gonna check out some nice cars. I pulled up to the side of the event, and this lady comes up to me and goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Am I not supposed to park here? What's the problem?" She's like, "No, that's an awesome bike. Get in here." And I'm sitting here like, "Are you for real?" She handed me a ticket. I rode my bike into the auto show, and I was part of the auto show. So that was pretty swanky. And I don't particularly think that my motorcycle is anything special, but people were gawking at this thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting in, and I'm just like part of a car culture and a vehicle culture that I've never seen before. And that was my first time ever entering into an auto show, and it was completely by accident. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there with just a big grin. My bike particularly, it's a 2000 Yamaha V-Star 650 Classic. You can go ahead and look that up. It's and if you know anything about motorcycles, it's got beach bars, a sissy bar, and the fender, not the fenders. Is it the fenders?
Yeah, Whitwell's fenders.
Whitwell's fenders. The fenders are matte black. It's a very nice bike. If you wanted to check it out, I can post a photo of it on our Facebook page if you guys are very interested. It's a beautiful bike. I always thought it was beautiful. It was given to me by an old friend of mine who passed away from cancer before I really got the chance to really appreciate the bike, but it's been a very special bike to me ever since. I've been taking good care of it, and I've been riding it, and it's had no issues. It's been my most reliable form of transportation is this motorcycle. Mm-hmm. Hasn't given me any issues other than carburetor stuff, and yeah, everything other than that's just been working perfectly fine. So
seems to stand on its own two tires.
I'm really glad it does. So the front was a little low before, and I think it wore in the tread uneven, but I'm going to be replacing that really quickly here. So also I was at an event with the group that I work with. If anybody's really curious at this point, I don't really care. I work for the Scouts, and they had Chuck Wagon, and that was a lot of fun. I particularly found out that there are a couple of things that will always get kids' attention in a positive manner. Most of them are impressions of cartoon characters. Mm-hmm. So, and I do this with another guy that I work with. His name is Stacy. Throughout the entire thing, I was walking through, just seeing other Scouts walking around, and I would always catch them off guard. They would be sitting, doing something, and I walk by and go, "Oh, hi there, little pal. You enjoying Chuck Wagon?" And every time the kids are like, just blank face. And it was the best because Stacy and I were going back and forth, and I was like, Goofy, how you doing? And he was like, whoa, I'm doing good, Nick. And it was quite a wonder as we were pushing around these little carts that the kids made, and it was a good time for all. And I have never seen so many kids wide-eyed in just amusement and wonder and shock. So that was my week in a nutshell.
Intriguing.
Other than that, it was just working. So it was a whole cool thing. I also had a bit of a moment during work yesterday to shout out to Gary from Gary's Wares, telling all of his internet users to drink water, which thank you very much, Gary from Gary's Wares. I'm going to be saying that a lot because I want to make sure I get that right every time from now on. Say it with me, people. Gary from Gary's Wares.
Yes.
Gary of Gary's Wares. Say it with me now.
Yes, he wears no Garys.
What? Does he wear his Garys to bed?
No, Gary does not wear any Garys.
Okay.
He's just Gary with no Garys from Gary's Wares.
Gary from Gary's Wares, thank you. Thank you very much for telling us all to drink water, and thank you for being a wonderful, wonderful person to work with. We will Michael your Vincents.
Go easy, Vincent. No Michaels.
Hey, I love my Michaels, and you stay away from Vincent.
Okay,
love
Vincent.
He will Gary your wares before you know it.
I'm sure he will.
Yes, Michael Vincent Garying Wares.
Yes, Gary Wares is Vincent Michael Gary's.
In other news, we are going to be off next week. We're going to be taking some much-needed break time to just recuperate, recover, come up with more ideas for you guys to watch, and that might include a whole array of things that we can't say here, but you'll find out as they come along.
Oh, you'll find out.
And Tony is going to be here. Tony, the Magical Man Lee.
So when is he arriving? When is he due to be determined?
He'll be here for our show on the 17th, so that'll be a whole lot of fun to have him around, and we'll have him doing some fun stuff in the background, maybe throwing some stuff at us here and there. You know, the works.
Perfect. I always love the works. Just watch out for the face.
Just watch out for the face. You can work.
He is gonna mish to the Takaki.
He's gonna mish to the Takaki. That's right, he's gonna be stopping in Michigan and Kentucky and hopefully seeing our good friend Gary, which is part of the reason I bring him up. Seeing Gary from Gary's Wares, if everything works out correctly. If that happens, great. If not, well, we'll figure it out another time to either go there or get him here. He's been a wonderful guy to work with, and we really appreciate all of his patronage. So, in other news, coming straight from the Too Damn Early Show broadcast tonight, a rundown Burger King. Actually, it's not very rundown. This dang thing, this Burger King dang. A Burger King is robbed for food. No. I'm sorry. We're going to do this properly. We're going to do this concise. We're going to do this like an actual news anchor. Tonight on the news, a Burger King is robbed for food. A house gets burnt down mid a flamethrower roleplay. Donald Trump is offended by the name of John McCain. And a game where you can understand a new form of deception will come forth. Today on the Too Damn Early Show. Reporting always, my name is Richard D. Wallowitz, and we are here with the news.
I'm Delia J. Jenkins. Go, oh yeah.
Oh, now you're Jenkins? Wallowitz and Jenkins, here with the news. Tell me, Jenkins, what's in the news?
What are you trying to say? I'm not Jenkin no news.
I did not even want to talk about your Jenkin. You can keep that to yourself. That is your own business.
That's news to me, Jenkin.
Ah, it's news to you? That explains why I found you in the parking lot, being indecent. This is a problem.
Your face is gonna be stuck like that if you look like that too long.
It's too much Botox. This is the curse of the news. Perked lips and not able to pee in a straight line. I can't anymore. I can't. Oh, my lips feel numb from doing that. Oh my gosh. So without further ado, why don't we talk about some weird news, my man?
It's always weird news. Why are we talking about it just now?
Well, particularly because this is some fun stuff to cover. First off, let me say that the cover photo for this particular news story that we are covering is wonderful. It is a man with a blonde Lady Gaga hair and I can't tell if those are boobs or pecs. I'm gonna say both because they're technically similar, but I can't tell if he has mad cleavage or if I need to try to match him up in the gym.
I don't think it's a guy.
You don't think it's a guy?
No.
That's an awfully buff woman.
I do not think that's a guy.
Duo attacks Miami Burger King manager after they were denied their free French fries.
Maybe she's a professional arm wrestler.
So that's why I just wrestled Arnold Schwarzenegger. I need some waffle fries for free. And according to the arrest report, the pair went through the restaurant drive-thru and asked for free fries, but an employee had denied their request. It's almost like if you go to a paid establishment and ask for free stuff, they usually will say no.
Well, see, the problem is this lady in the picture, I mean, she acts like because she's got these things that are just so huge, she is entitled to free French fries because she shows them off.
Hi, I'd like some free French fries.
Hey, like me some French fries. Take a look at this.
Do me a solid. Give me some free French fries.
If I show you more, I want a large.
There's plenty more of that coming from. Tell you what, you dish out a Whopper and I'll show you something really cool. I want a large Whopper and I'll show you my memories.
Aren't they all the same size? Is there a large Whopper?
Oh my gosh, you were right. It actually is. This is a Florida woman had been arrested after police said she attacked the manager of Burger King when they were denied free French fries, and the second suspect is still on the run, probably terrified from this lady who looks like she can best bench press a boat trying to ask for free French fries. Yep, Natasha Bagley.
Did you say bench breast?
I might. I don't think I did, but I think that's a lot better. In other news, Natasha Bagley bench-breasted a ship. It was a round endeavor of big proportions.
You have no clue. She was peaking at all pleasure.
Oh. So 42 years old, Natasha Bagley was arrested on several charges including armed burglary and assault and battery, along with attempted robbery with a deadly weapon and criminal mischief. What was the deadly weapon at this point? Was it the guns or was it the pecs?
Did you say her name was Bagley?
Yep, Natasha.
So she's
Bagley.
all Bagley up here.
Is it Bagel?
Bagley.
Is the Y silent? In other news, Natasha Bagley has her name legally changed to Bagel because Morning Podcast said so.
She has a chest breast of bagels.
Oh my gosh. That's all it is, just stuffed in there. Just like loads and loads of bagels.
When you think you've seen it all you see is she pulls it out, she has a chest full of bagels.
Oh gosh. Oh, according to the arrest report, the pair went through the restaurant's drive-thru window and asked for free fries. They went through the drive-thru window, but an employee had denied their request. Minutes later, they entered the restaurant and jumped over the counter.
I'm gonna get me some French fries.
For free?
I already got you to first base. You look at my stuff. I want my French fries.
You saw my boobs. I want my French fries now.
Give me French fries. I gave you the breast.
You can give me French fries or you can give me French. Take your pick.
Can you be you can't get the salt either.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't even give you the salt. You're too salty. I gotta put you back. You gotta take your time and maybe go over to McDonald's. They might give you some free fries, but not here at Burger King. We're an established name, and we cannot hand out fries to large-breasted men-women.
Large-breasted men-women.
I feel really bad.
They also have a lineup.
There's a lineup.
They've got the lineup and the chest of breast woman.
Line up, chest down.
Might as well line the chest up while you're at it.
This is a crazy way to start the show. We can't even tell anything about the article because we keep going on tangents about women. The duo demanded money, and then the other suspect hit the manager in the face with a .45 caliber pistol whipped.
How dare you look at my woman's breasts? All I wanted was free French fries, and you copped a feel.
How dare you look at Natasha that way?
Natasha Bagel.
If I wasn't gonna do it first, she would kick your ass.
Kick your ass, take your bagels later.
And Bagley attacked the manager afterwards as they started to leave. The other suspect ripped both registers and monitors from the counter, causing them to break, reports said. I am not surprised
Did you see her guns, that lady? She's like, I want the computer to come with me.
I'm taking the computer, the wire. I'm taking the computer and the kids and the divorce. And you cannot tell me otherwise. I am a woman and I have rights. I have rights, damn it.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Were you always doing? Why is your voice so deep?
I have a thyroid condition.
You have some sort of condition. What's the condition your condition's in?
I have a thyroid condition.
You sure do. Look at your face twisted up like that.
This is from the thyroid. Oh, no. I don't even understand what that has to do with this. Why are you messing with our Wi-Fi?
Why you messing with your Wi-Fi long bagel style?
Long bagel. Bagel. Bagel.
She is scared of you, that lady. Look at her.
Cream cheese bagel.
Yes, she looks like she has cream cheese coming out of her bagels.
I'm just surprised that that's a woman. I feel really bad for stereotyping, but dang.
No, she...
Cream cheese coming out of her bagels? What? Woof. Woof. If it comes out that consistency, see a doctor immediately. Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, ma'am, it is not just all too nice to see cream cheese coming out of your bagels.
Crema cheese.
It's a crema cheese coming up to your bagels.
That being said, we have even crazier stuff to talk about. We have a pleasurable incident gone wrong as things have decided to take a terrible turn with the elderly. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the elderly are back at it again, and they're just doing some crazy nonsense that I can't even really lay down on any certain point.
Lay it down.
So, next article on this crazy name train that we call the game, the elderly couple accidentally burns down the house during a sex game involving a World War II flamethrower.
And the thing still worked?
Yeah, I guess they kept that in prim and proper condition for reasons. What are the reasons? We don't know.
Well, Edith, let's go out here and we're going to test out this 1999 World War II.
There's a chronological error here that I'm not catching here. This genuine 1999 World War II flamethrower that I got from Walmart.
It's genuine. It's genuine.
Genuine flamethrower.
You gotta say it a certain way.
Genuine flamethrower. It is too damn early for this much gusto in this broadcast.
Let me tell you something. This is genuine from 1999.
1999 World War II flamethrower. So this happened in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. A couple's sexual game turned horribly wrong that morning as they accidentally burnt down the house with a 75-year-old flamethrower. It is not 1999, it's 75 years old. Do the math.
So this was done in 1919.
Is that 75 years? No, that's 100 years.
1919 now.
I love 1919 root beer though. You ever tasted that?
1919 root beer.
Yes, I
It
like the
tastes
root
like
beer.
old roots from the boot.
What?
You have the root beer from the root of the boot.
I call this off the chain, but I don't think there was a chain to begin with. It's like letting your dog run out free and thinking they're a free spirit and then watching them just into the distance.
And then they stub your toe.
And then they well, there was something about Jane as Jane experienced this with her husband, and firefighters were called around the site around 11:15 that morning after receiving an unusual phone call. Because how do you explain that? But nothing could save the 45-year-old house from being a total loss from the 75-year-old flamethrower.
My husband, he burned his pubes. I don't know why.
I can't even respond to that.
Sorry about that. My poor husband don't know.
My poor husband, I don't understand how he had it. He shaves. And that takes a lot of effort when you have to take your skin and go... Nancy Brown, the 911 operator who answered the call from the 96-year-old Maurice Fogarty.
Oh my.
Says she thought she was dealing with pranksters on the line when he told her he had torched the house with a napalm while having sex with his wife.
That's one way to be aroused.
You know, that's
Throw
setting,
some napalm in the room and just go.
that's bringing some fire to your bedroom. That's for sure. Nothing brings fire to your sex life like napalm and a projectile thrower. And that brings it all to a nice little crisp carps of
Makes you get to the point. Lickety split.
yeah, that was lickety split out of there, let me tell you, as fast as they could move. And quote unquote, he told me he was penetrating his wife with his M1 as usual, but he got too excited and activated the flamethrower. Oh, good God, what were these people smoking? Ms. Brown says the explanation shocked her for a moment, and it took her almost a minute to realize that this was actually happening.
Unbelievable.
So, also, quote unquote, he kept repeating that everything was burning. I could hear his wife screaming behind him, but I still couldn't believe this to be real.
Yes, one would say this man was burning desire for his wife.
Apparently. He was also burning the house down on the top of it. So, and then him and his wife were transported to the hospital and treated for the psychological shock caused by the event, but were otherwise uninjured.
Did you hear the song in the background?
What?
Burning down the house.
Burning down the house. Our house. Something
Burning
I
in the
can't
streets.
remember. Burning down the house with the flamethrower.
Burning down the streets.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the psychological trauma. Let me put it this way. There's definitely psychological trauma if there is naked and flamethrower in the same sentence.
What about naked and napalm in the same sentence?
Naked napalm? Did napalm forget to put on their drawers this morning?
They were all palmed out with some naked.
Oh no. I remember I used to go with my friend Javon to the we would go to Cub Foods in Minnesota, and we would always joke, it's like, hey, you want to go get naked? Like the juice?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would go get naked a lot.
You go get naked in the refrigerator aisle.
All the time. It's the best place to do it. Gets you a nice breeze.
Gives you a nice chilly willy.
Chili. They shouldn't face any criminal charges, but they have problems when it comes to claiming their insurance policies, as the damage caused by the use of the weapons during the sex games is, well, it's rarely ever covered.
Edith were over there testing out the new napalm. Boy, it really got it to the point.
And apparently this is not the first time that weapons were brought into the bedroom. That's right, for all of your feverish post-apocalyptic fantasies, you can include your weapons in your foreplay. Warning, the Too Damn Early Show does not advocate for you to take your weapons into the bedroom and use them for foreplay. Bullets can be very dangerous, and 100% of humans are allergic to bullets. Stay away from bullets.
I would say so. That's not the organic thing you want in your body.
A, B, C, D. American drug companies keep bullets away from me. But a case involving a Gatling gun also in 2004 and another involving a rocket launcher in 2011 have also made their way to court. In both cases, the insurance company didn't have to pay anything to the claimants because how do you justify bringing heavy arms into the bedroom? That does not spice things up. That just makes things hot in a bad way.
Hot and heavy.
Because lead is hot and heavy when you shoot it out of things. It's how physics works and how heat works. And we couldn't make this stuff up if we wanted to. It's just too damn stupid, and it's too damn early for this. This show is off the chain. I can't believe how crazy this whole thing got so quickly.
No, he didn't have a Gatling gun. What did he have?
Trump?
No, not Trump.
Oh,
The old people.
oh, they had a World War II flamethrower.
Oh, from Trump to a flamethrower, and then we'll go from there.
All I can hear is like the what is it? Just like picture it as like a joke shop where they sell all of those like sexy things, and it's just like Mel Brooks in the background. It's like foreplay the movie, foreplay the T-shirt, foreplay the flamethrower.
It's a pink flamethrower with cheater all over it.
Just strapped with all sorts of devious things. Hi, vey. We haven't gotten sexual in a Too Damn Early Show episode since our radio days, so this is a pretty interesting thing to have happen at this point in the game. But that being said, we have more coming back.
All I can say is this one thing. I think in this episode we've talked about more sex than Trump has had in his entire life.
That's a... Oof. Was that consensual or non-consensual?
I think we're talking about the consensual part. We can't get into the non-consensual because you know what? You don't want to get into it.
Let me put it this way. Anybody that actively says in high confidence that he grabbed her by the muff is not someone that I hold in good conscience.
Well, the question is that did he really know that was her muff? Could have been his muff.
Well, he thought it was his muff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Am I being a little too topical? Ooh, excuse me.
Topical like a herpy on your lip.
Oh, that's the thing. What was he? I'm not going in any more of this. With that, on talking about Trump, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for that wonderful segment of all segments. Pardon me. Talking about Trump gives me gas. Even Sexy Doug is over there getting a little too steamy with all of this sex talk.
He's actually sweating over there.
Oh no, it's the tequila that did it. We're getting we're doing a little bit of morning shotsy.
Yeah, we gotta have him.
I mean, why not? It's our day off.
Doug's going to get another one.
Who cares? He's going. But bringing that up, it's time for that event of all events, ladies and gentlemen. It is Trump Day! The part of the show where we talk about our President God King Trump and everything that he's been up to, and he has been a doozy. Let me tell you something. So, the first foremost that's been going on, as a lot of you are probably aware, is the ongoing battle of trying to uncover the truth of Donald Trump's whereabouts when it comes to Russian interference, and as well as how many times that this man has lied. And it's just been an absolute mess, and it's been one of the most enjoyably horrifying things that I have seen in my lifetime in politics. So the fact that he's been having this much these many different problems with lying is not surprising, but it's still kind of shocking.
Well, put it this way. Donald Trump, I don't think he even knows when he's lying and when he's not. He's talked so many lies.
And that would be backed up in cases of his tweets, and particularly in the recent events of the fact-checking of Trump's flurry of lies and different falsehoods after Mr. Mueller had declined to exonerate him from all of the different things that he said, which is where we start off with this broadcast. And I gotta say, it has been one crazy thing. Quoting straight off of Twitter, in a tweet, Trump said that the Mueller probe that happened cost about $40 million over 2 dark years. And obviously, this is not exactly clear. And that is, first off, we don't know where the hell Trump is even getting any of this information, as it was more along the lines of about 13 million from the Justice Department investigating the different Russian meddling, and the cost would have been incurred even if Mueller wasn't appointed to his position.
So the question is, I want to know, how deep did the probe go into Trump?
Deep enough that he valued it at $40 million.
So it's 50,000 leagues under Trump.
50,000 leagues into Trump. Oh, someone write that a new tale involving Nemo and his crew. 50,000 leagues into Donald Trump.
Could be 50,000 shades of Trump.
Oh no, that's too many shades, and they're all orange.
Oh yeah, they're all like some sort of tan shade of potato, orange, gray, cream.
Yep, it's just crazy. And in another tweet also, Trump had talked about Mueller's conflict of interest and said that Mueller was highly conflicted. And the big thing about that is that Mueller doesn't really have any conflicts of interest. And Trump is very aware of this fact, or at least we hope he is, and he's not just living into some cocaine feverish dream that he just keeps going on and on about.
Oh, Trump's always in that dream. You know, it's almost like that movie Groundhog's Day. He relives the same thing, just different lies.
It's literally just him and a 3-mile table with a white line going down, and he's just going all the way down. It's a race to see who can snort to the end.
Oh, he can do it all day.
Oh, I believe it.
He can soak it right up, all those lies.
Well, how else do you think that all of his his eyes are still white despite the spray tan, and everything else has like a bit of a white hue over it? That, my friend, is some grade A cocoa.
Oh, it's a cocaine heaven right there.
It's a scary thought to think about. Mueller did have a lot to say about the matter, though, in the fact that all of the conflict of interests were false, and he was cleared of all of that before he took the job in 2017. And Trump's top aides had told him that these perceived conflicts were ridiculous, and they were not even considered true conflicts. So it was a simple case of yes you are, no you're not, yes you are, yes, like back and forth, like no I'm not, yes you are, no I'm not, yes you are, I don't believe you, well that sucks.
If I don't believe you, if you don't believe me, I don't believe you.
And that's kind of the position that Mueller is in right now. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, if you really don't want to believe that I don't have any conflicts of interest, that's really not my problem in the end, because I don't. That's not the issue here. And then the other one that kind of tied into that, in another tweet, Trump
Hi, I'm
fed.
Twump too.
Trump said Robert Mueller would have brought the charges if he had anything, but there were no charges to bring, which is the complete opposite from what actually happened. And in fact, due to Mueller's position, his hands were very much tied by the Justice Department guidelines, and that he cannot indict a sitting president. That's just something that he can't do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Indict.
Oh, indict? I thought it was indict. You know,
I think you're half right though. Trump is indict.
yeah, it is indict. Indeed, indicated. It's too early for
Trump is indicated. Tweedly Trump is indicated.
Too tight, Tweedle Twum. Donald Trump is Twum dickated.
Well, Trump does not care, so we don't care. So
A
we'll
kid's
chop him
story.
Right up.
A kid's story by Hillary Clinton. Trump goes to prison land.
Donald Trump sits back and just looks at everybody and twiddles his tweedly toot toot.
A long time ago, there was an angry little gnome by the name of Donald Trump. Donald Trump had a lot to be angry about. He would huff, and he would puff, and he would snort all over the place, but he could never find true happiness. More continuation on our little novel for Donald Trump and the kid stuff. There's also more to talk about, as you were probably also aware if you've seen anything about the news. John McCain went out with a bang. God bless him. Rest in peace, John McCain. He went out in style and crossed the hallway. Because of the stuff that Donald Trump was doing. True stick to your guns Republican, and I can respect that in the opposite party. I'm pretty liberal in my own right, but I talk with Republicans every so often, and it just comes to a general consensus. As long as you don't get offended, we can share each other's opinions, which take a lesson, America. Not get offended, can talk about opinions. Just because I don't like what you think does not mean I hate you. There was somewhere on Facebook that said that, I don't know where. Mm-hmm. So, but particularly along these lines, you can only think about how much Meghan McCain, John McCain's daughter, has taken over this heat from Donald Trump, talking about her late father who passed away.
Well, it just shows you how much of a child Donald Trump really is, because he can't let it go.
Well, it's the keep poking till you get a reaction type method. He's gonna keep poking and trying to get a reaction out of people so that they will blow up, and that he can use that as ammunition. And I will give this to Donald Trump. He's a very perceptive and he's a very tactful conversationalist.
You would be too, though, if you paid everybody to get you all kinds of information.
Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not. But particularly what I've noticed is he will try to get a rise out of people, and he will use his tenacity and his outrageousness to do so. But in this particular case, when our dear friend over in politics, and also a esteemed host of The View, I haven't watched The View in freaking forever, Meghan McCain, was responding to reports that the White House military office asked lower-level U.S. Navy officials about keeping the USS John McCain, the name for the late senator's father and grandfather, out of view during Trump's trip to Japan last weekend, because that was sitting there, which I think is just the most petty garbage that I could ever hear about.
I think Donald Trump is built on petty garbage.
Yeah.
He is a petty garbage heap.
And, obviously Meghan McCain going through a grief process. Sometimes it takes longer than others. It's been about 10 months since the senator's death, and she's still trying to grieve. And then there was a bit of a scandal over whether or not Donald Trump tried to get the USS McCain to be moved out after he arrived in Japan, which, like I said, new level of petty. Oh, that ship's named after someone I hate. Let's get it out of here.
I don't know.
I don't want to see it. It's a big eyesore, and there's a lot of things that I don't want to see, and one of them is the USS John McCain. It's despicable, it's huge, and it's an eyesore, and I just can't handle John McCain being in Japan. I can't. It's too much.
I think I do know the reason why Donald Trump was so angry, because he couldn't take his little hands and block the ship out of his face. It is too big, my hands can't block it. I don't want it in my face.
Despite controversial claim, Donald Trump has completely denied any sort of tie to wanting the USS McCain ship out of view during his ship into Japan, which I will leave up for the viewers to decide whether it's true or not. Feel free to formulate your comments, and you can put them in any of our comments boxes, either on YouTube or on Facebook. Feel free to discuss about it. We're welcome to open discussion. We'd be more than happy to talk about it. But in the end, it was just a petty act that whether it was or was not enacted by Trump, the fact that this became a thing in the first place just goes to show you how petty everything got in the first place. And past that, Robert Mueller, talking a little bit more about Robert Mueller, his final act was to rebuke President Trump's no obstruction claims. Excuse me. And a little bit more on that in a minute as I take time to catch my breath, because holy Lord, that was a lot to talk about. So, of course, the special counsel Robert Mueller doesn't do takedowns or insults on Twitter. In fact, I know of a lot of people who really try not to get that involved on Twitter when it comes to straight political stuff. At least not in the sake of Donald Trump. Donald Trump's a very much a Twitter president, and I gotta say, Twitter must be making loads of millions of dollars on the fact that Donald Trump feels that Twitter is a prime real estate space for any sort of gigantic White House announcement.
I think they're just lucky it became that way. Donald Trump would have jumped on any bandwagon. He's like a little girl. He has to tell everybody everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, in this case, particularly with Mueller, he's determined to let his report released on April 18th speak for itself, and which he says speaks volumes, as it is a 448-page report. If you can write 448 pages of notes on somebody, I think there's something going on.
Well, yeah,
So.
he just has people telling him, don't do this because it can get in trouble, you can do this. It's all about pinpoint of what he can and cannot do.
Absolutely. And in this particular case, it was all about how how Russia was trying to tip the election into Donald Trump's favor, and how the campaign had ill-advised discussions and meetings with various different Russian representatives, and the president asking staff to lie about their actions as Mueller's investigation got underway. So it was a sort of see no evil,
Exactly.
hear no evil, speak no evil type thing.
He has such deep pockets. He's paying everybody off.
He is. It's a scary thought to think that this has gotten this far, but at the same time, and whether or not you like Donald Trump or not, and despite everything we say, it's something to consider on political opinion for everybody, and I believe everybody gets their chance to speak their piece. You can't deny, and I've even talked with a lot of different Republicans who can say that even Trump has kind of been doing some gnarly stuff. At the car meet that I was at, I was talking with a couple of gentlemen of the Republican Party who were telling me all about how, I want to love and respect Donald Trump, but as quoting them, he needs to get off his ass and do something instead of worrying about all of these accusations. And that being said, these accusations and the simple fact that he's distracted by these in the first place, if assuming that everything is just a big old ruse in the first place, is really much it's very much a sign of his character.
Right.
The fact that
I
he's
agree.
spending all of this time trying to deny all of these different factors and claims instead of trying to do stuff as president is a huge indicator that maybe there's some truth behind this. When someone squawks it, they most likely dealt it. Whoever smelt it dealt it. You know what I'm saying?
Donald Trump is.
They're trying to indict me. I have a feeling that it's a conspiracy by the Democratic Party. Like, you're crying wolf, dude. I get it, but in the end, it sounds like you fibbed up. And there's a lot of proof behind that. There's been a lot of fibs.
I pray that they get him, because you know what? There's one thing that I gotta say. I don't think anybody should get away with anything. Hey, they never let me.
Karma pays eventually, man. And I'm just saying, it'll eventually come for you too, Donald Trump. And I hope that God may have mercy on your soul when you go knocking up on the pearly gates. That's all I gotta say.
Donald Trump. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Early. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. On that end, we're going to go to, of course, we don't have a TDES bump necessarily this time around. This time around, we're reprising a old video that was sent to us a long time ago. Our original time with Gary from Gary's Wares, and that is, of course, his song "Damn Girl" that we listened to a long time ago, and
Damn girl,
we loved it. It bumped. It bumped before T-Dez bumps was a thing. It certainly bumped. It did bump.
Yeah.
It bumps. So, without further ado, thank you, Gary from Gary's Wares, and we are reprising your classic song that we all appreciate. Here is "Damn Girl" from Gary Harmon, right here on the Too Damn Early Show. We'll be back in a few. Catch you later.
Enjoy.
You've made fun of his spelling. You called him a con artist. You suggested he wet himself backstage at the last debate, along with other vulgar jokes and jabs.
The breakfast sausages?
He referred to my hands. Look at those hands. Are they small hands? They're small. Something else must be small. I guarantee it.
Trump.
Only on the Too Damn Early Show.
Yes. Indeed. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. What's up, girl? You looking like a girl. You a damn girl in a damn girl world. You feeling so cool, but you looking so hot. Ooh, damn girl, let me tell you what you got. You got pretty hair and you love to wear dresses. You got it going on, other girls are hot messes. You make me feel good and you take away my stresses. And damn girl, you got some big old breasts. I see you over there just playing with your hair, acting like you don't care, affecting a blank stare. So I come up to you and my game is real strong, and I'm like, ooh, damn girl, you got it going on. And you just smile cause you know you're real dumb. Ooh, damn girl, I mean you really, really dumb. How come you so dumb? No, really, why you dumb? Then she whispered in my ear, baby, give me some. Like, oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Damn, girl, how'd you get to be a girl? How you get your shoes to match? How you get your hair to curl? How you do all the things just like a girl should? At being a girl, damn girl, you real good. You got your nails painted and you got your hair did. Makeup done right, crow's feet well hid. You got an oily teaser, but that don't faze me. The way you try to hide your flaws, girl, it drives me crazy. You're kinda overweight with lunch lady arms. Don't try to hide a girl, it's part of your charms. I love your spare tire and your chunky ass thighs, your big ass nose and your crooked ass eyes. But please don't get mad and please don't take offense at this, but I'm for real, I'm a straight up feminist. I just wanna love you, girl, only girl in my world except for all the other girls, cause I'm not in the monogamy. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Here's the third verse just to make myself clear, cause some of y'all girls think I'm not sincere. But damn girl, ooh, damn girl, ooh, damn. I want you for my woman and me for your man. Even though we both know that I could do better, cause you look and smell like an iris setter. I'm into damn girls, you're a damn girl, right? I'll even take me a hermaphrodite. Girl or half girl, I'll always be behind you, provided that you always have a vagina. Pre or post, stop it, don't matter what it is, just so long as I can give me some sniz. Cause ooh, damn girl, I need you so damn bad. Or a girl like you, or a girl I haven't had. It's been so long, like a week or two. And take it one look, it's been a while for you too. So come on, damn girl, let's stop playing games. No fake numbers, but all fake names. You like a nasty ass angel sent down from heaven. On a scale from 1 to 10, you're a 7-11. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Oh, girl, you a girl, damn girl. Oh, girl, damn girl. Oh, damn girl. Yes, you are a girl. Female. I have identified that. said correctly. Yeah. Gary up in this piece, 2016. It's the 26th of August, 6:53 p.m. Like what? And I'm out.
And of course, that was Gary from Gary's Wares and his song, Damn Girl.
Damn girl, ooh, damn girl, it's a back girl.
To the front girl. To the other side of the pond girl.
To the side girl.
To the left girl.
Ooh, fat girl, yeah.
When did she get fat?
It's not how it went at all.
Yeah, I just don't quite get the thought process that goes from, oh, to the left, to the right, you fat.
Usually it means the jiggling if it's going to the left or the right.
Okay. Thick with two C's. I can deal with that. That's fine. But yes, that was Damn Girl by Gary from Gary's Wares. And I gotta say, it may not be a T-Dez bump, but it bumps.
I'll tell you that.
It does bump.
The day that we found that, we went wild.
Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. When I was working at the radio station, this came out of left field for the Too Damn Early show, and we were just on our butts laughing about it. It was ridiculous. So, with that though, let's continue on. Once again, thank you, Gary from Gary's Wares. You can check him out if you search Gary's Wares on YouTube. You can find his YouTube account, and he explains on there every little bit that you can get for purchasing some of his stuff. He makes handcrafted pipes out of hardwood. It's a very, very fine craft, and we appreciate his products. I'm gonna have to order one at some point just to see the craftsmanship. But from what I hear, he does very good work. So go ahead and check him out. That is Gary's Wares, and he is Gary from Gary's Wares. Excuse me, got a little bit of post-Trump gas.
Oh, he does too, actually. Yeah, it looks like a bag of potatoes.
And we'll get more on that later as we get into our next segment, which is, I love this title so much. It is, we are starting with the yin and ending with the yang, except it is not your typical Japanese metaphor for balance. It is the yin and the yang, the good and the bad. So we're going to start off with the yin, that being the good part of it, that comes out of Pueblo, Mexico, and that is artificial trees using microalgae to turn pollution into oxygen. Now, when I saw this article a little while back when I was just perusing through my usual social medias, I was astounded to read that these systems turn pollution into oxygen equivalent to about 300 trees.
Wow.
And they're not all that big either. They're not huge towers. They're about the height of three-quarters the height of like a traffic post, like not a stop sign, a traffic light.
Yeah.
And they're not all that wide either. You can fit them on any sort of little island between two streets. Yeah, they're very space manageable. So, and this is called the BioUrban 2.0, and this uses microalgae to transform contaminants such as carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxide into oxygen, which is effectively removing the pollution from the air and turning it into oxygen for everybody to enjoy. Just in case if you didn't understand how human sciences works. Human sciences work. Carbon monoxide is very poisonous to human beings, and our cars emit it like a son of a gun, which is what has been causing all this pollution and also causing global warming to heat up the earth. If you're ever really interested to hear a quick little bit about it, go search Bill Nye is upset about climate change or something of the sort. He was on, I believe it was SNL, and he did a skit on it where he said I'm sorry, I'm just getting in. My sources were wrong. It was Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and he did a specific piece on here where he, and I quote, says, basically, the earth is on fire. It was a pretty interesting thing where he went and commented about how he taught us science when we were 12, but now we're adults and we need to figure out how to take care of our own stuff. So, we've never heard Bill Nye swear that much, and it was interesting. It was interesting. So to you, Bill Nye, safety glasses off.
I just think of this article with the Mexicans saying, "Eat this, Trump, you and your wall. We're going to make clean air here and you're going to suffer there."
Yes, indeed. A bit more information on the Biomitech's. The purification system is actually only 4 meters high, and it has a steel casing around it. And right at the top, it expands out from its thin trunk, which is 3 meters wide and contains 500 liters of microalgae, and that's enough to filter up to 99.7 of the particles that it captures. So it's very effective in cleaning out and giving us some clean air. It is currently stationed all over the streets of Pueblo, Mexico. So if you go to Pueblo, Mexico, and you see one of these spires up there, it's a good thing. It's cleaning the air. And from what I've heard, it has had much success on that end.
Finally, something good to hear for the
Yeah, it's good to hear it.
It's not good.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a minute, but I do want to leave last little footnote for the company. Biomitech also is a winner of the Latent Edge Awards, which supports the expansion of Latin American technology companies in the United Kingdom. So we're going to be expecting these things to eventually be coming to the UK. So if you are listening and you are from the great Kingdom of England, be on the lookout for your...
It is a great kingdom, England this is.
Yes, indeed. It is not that great. Come to England. Well, we don't mean to piss off the British, let me tell you that right now. So, anyways, moving on. We've talked about the yen, and it's time to talk about the yank. And I don't mean to crap down on this lovely country we call home, but sometimes it's not so lovely. And this is a particular bad that I just can't get around, because the fact that they labeled this what it is just boggles my mind. But the U.S. Energy Department has rebranded gas exports as molecules of freedom, or as I like to call it, freedom gas.
Oh, God.
Freedom.
We all have our own gas. It's pretty free. It comes out of our butt. I mean, we just got to capture that and we're all good.
All I need is some freedom gas in my Ford Chevy Silverado pickup, and then we'll get going. We'll go all the way down to Aunt Clarissa's.
Did you say your Ford Chevy Silverado?
My Ford Chevy Silverado. As we go down over to Aunt Clarissa's, where I gotta say, my cousin is looking fine.
She sure is. Them 3 teeth.
Only 3?
Only 3 teeth.
Wow.
She plays a banjo and she opens up a beer can with her teeth.
Bum, 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 bum. Gross. Anyways, the U.S. Department of Energy said the expansion of a Texas facility meant more molecules of U.S. freedom could be produced and exported worldwide. So
that is such a slap to the U.S. face. It's not even funny.
Movement was a clear indication of the U.S.'s commitment to promoting energy, the statement said, which is, we got certain places trying, but other places like drill, baby, drill, baby, drill. We need all that oil.
That is exactly what it sounded like when those 2 elderly people go into town. Drill, baby, drill.
And then everything set fire, and then everything got bad. Oh, it's almost like this could happen if we don't take care of the environment. Such a sad thing to think about.
Such a connection, huh,
Such
Trump?
a connection. So Wednesday's announced expansion of the facility on Quintana Island will support 3,000 new jobs in the area, according to the Department of Energy's statement. But that being said, how many jobs are worth destroying the planet?
Well, I'd like to take one room in my house and everybody sits in there just passes gas and we capture it.
Oh my goodness.
It's the gas room.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get my freedom gas. I'm gonna drive to the McDonald's and I'm gonna get me some freedom fries with my freedom gas. None of that ethanol bull crap.
Ethanol.
Damn you, Ethan, putting corn in our gas.
Tell you one thing, I'll tell you, anybody who made that gas is awfully corny.
Awfully corny. We couldn't even help it. We decided to make it into combustible materials and then put it in our fuel tanks. And
It wasn't enough to have popcorn, they had to have gas in their car too.
Seriously, it just comes down to it. You just use more freedom gas and drink more bleach.
Yep, solve 2 problems at once. Take your life out and make everybody else happier.
Let me tell you, you'll be happy about that for the rest of your life. And with that, we have our game. And let me tell you something, I am a little scared because for the first time, My little sister's a very devious individual and has some wonderfully terrible ideas, and she decided to help out with this challenge. And what are we officially calling this, Tony? We are calling this T-Des Minesweeper.
Minesweeper, aka the little green balls.
Yep, we're going to have mystery balls that we're going to have to try to decipher after answering some questions. And if it comes to worse, we're going to be eating something quite disgusting. Or quite good. Or quite disgusting.
I don't think any of it's good. Honestly.
All I know is I bought chocolates for this particular piece, and I was just thinking, like, maybe we'll just inject some hot sauce into them and it'll be fine. And then someone took over and reworked the whole thing, and now I don't know what the hell we're going to be doing.
Oh, I know what's going on. It's all going to suck.
So give us 1 minute, we're going to get set up, and we will be right back.
We'll be back to die.
Again.
Yes, die another day. There's nothing good about that plate.
And we're back, and oh... good God.
Sadistic and I got involved.
Mallory my sister's name is Mallory, and she just brought a plate of what looks like delectable chocolates. Why don't you show everybody the delectable chocolates? It is right there. And we have dubbed these mystery balls.
Perfect.
They look nice, but I'm scared.
They look nice. They do appear to look wonderful.
They are appealing, and I am reeling, and I'm sure I will probably
I do not see anything
this.
on this plate as something that I would enjoy.
There comes a sadistic part of this show where we have to torture ourselves for views, so we're gonna get that done now. So, alright. So how this is gonna work is we're gonna go and read off, we're each gonna answer a question.
Okay, whatever that is.
And we're gonna... Yep, we're both answering the questions, and we're gonna see who's right and who's wrong. And if I'm correct, Tony, that if we're wrong, we have to take a mystery ball?
Yes, if you're wrong, you have to pick at the field of mystery balls.
The field of mystery balls.
That is not a field I want to play on.
Yeah, the minefield of mystery balls. That is a field I do not wish to frolic in.
You do not.
Alright, so without further ado, we'll start with round one, and we'll figure out... Oh, wait, we're going the same time.
As long as you didn't infuse one of these with throw up.
Dear Canadian Toonie, heads, I don't get screwed on this challenge. Tails, I get screwed on this challenge. Tails, I get screwed on this challenge.
The fortune-telling Toonie knows all.
The fortune-telling Toonie does know all, Tony. Yes, it does, and unfortunately, it knows how these games go. So, without further ado, let's get to the magic. All right, Tony, do you want to read off the first question?
I shall. The first question I pick... Oh, good grief. Microwave radiation causes cancer. True or false?
My dad would argue this is true.
You sure would.
I'm gonna argue that it's false, though. Just because I've been standing in front of the microwave and I've been perfectly fine this whole time. I just do it when he's not looking. Love you, Dad. You're the best.
So we got one false.
We got one false. What are you thinking?
They never actually proved that this is true. I've never actually heard the actual proof that it causes cancer.
So we're both going false.
I haven't finished yet.
Oh,
But
I'm sorry. Finish. Take your time.
it is a hell of a scenario.
Do you need a tissue?
No, I've been blowing my nose all day. I'm good.
Oh, that's good. Well, you're not done.
No, I'm gonna sniffle.
I felt that. You guys might have heard that.
I'm gonna say true.
You're gonna say true? Going for the gold. All right, Tony, what is the answer?
So we have one false and one true. One of you is definitely wrong. Who do you think is wrong? I'm just kidding. It's Dwayne. Dwayne is wrong. Microwave radiation does not cause cancer.
Okay. I'm lucky off the first one, you lying sack of Toonie. So that means you have to pick from the minefield.
Dun 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 dun.
See, I'm not really all that scared because I already know they're all. I already know they're all bad. I mean, there's nothing on that plate that seems well, except for the ones that appear to be of originals.
We don't know yet. We have no idea.
This is for a show. I'm not going to choose the normal. Ready? Here we go. This is infused with throw up.
Crunchy.
What is it?
What does it taste like?
I know exactly what that was. I think it's broccoli of some sort.
You stuffed it full of broccoli.
That was one of them. No, it wasn't broccoli. It was a Brussels sprout.
Broccoli.
Oh, you had a Brussels sprout made into you had a Brussels sprout made into a truffle.
Whatever it is.
Tony asked me earlier on before we did this if I would be angry or I would appreciate it. I officially appreciate it.
Not until you get one in your mouth, you don't know what it is.
Well, we're gonna find out how that happens. So, all right. Next question.
Next question. A chameleon's skin is the equivalent of a full-body mood ring.
That is true.
What?
A chameleon's skin is the equivalent of a full-body mood ring.
What do we think, Sprout?
I agree.
You agree with Dean?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So what's the answer?
You are in fact correct. Definitely. Yeah.
I knew that.
Everybody thinks it's situational, but it's really just an indicator of their mood.
No, yep. I mean, they can use it to camouflage, but you ever seen a pissed off chameleon? They don't look happy.
No, they do not.
They're colorful, but they don't look happy about it. They're like angry clowns. They're big, they're colorful, but they're pissed at something. That's how you get crazy zombie apocalypse movies, is pissed off clowns turn zombies.
I live there, in my mind.
In my mind, I always live near the crazy clown zombies. They chase me all over. That's why I don't sleep. All right, let's get to the next one.
Me? Oh. Yes.
Wake up!
The water flushed in a toilet bowl turns the opposite direction in each hemisphere.
I'm gonna say that's true, because that seemed to make sense.
False.
Well, that is in fact false. It is really the direction that the toilet forces it. However, water itself will do that.
What?
Apart from, I don't know how it actually works, but I know that the toilet itself is forcing the flow. So no, it does not go the other way.
I saw a video of somebody doing that, and the thing spins like the opposite side of the hemisphere.
It wasn't a toilet.
Was it a bidet?
It was a funnel.
Yeah, you're talking about that video where the dude walks across the equator at where it's marked, and he pours water and it goes the other way, right?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's still not a toilet!
Okay. Oh no. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Here we go.
You picked a normal one. Normal looking one.
It looks normal. Is it normal? I see a couple of weird holes in it. Alright. Oh. What is that?
Tastes a little vinegary, eh?
Oh my god! Guys put vinegar in for truffle?
Red wine vinegar.
It actually complements the flavor a little bit, but that immediate abrasiveness of the vinegar is just like, oh.
Just watching the look melt on your face was priceless. Just like, yay, it's regular. Oh god, it's not.
Oh. That's quite nice though. The aftertaste. The red wine vinegar really complemented the chocolate.
Wild.
All right. That was not as unpleasant as it could have been.
With your wine, I see.
Yes, I like my wine with my chocolate.
My chocolate wine.
My chocolate wine, which I'm sure is a thing somewhere.
Of course.
All right. What round are we on, Tony?
Got 2 more to go.
2 more to go. All right, let's bring it on. Someone's getting something.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
I'm scared. I'm ready.
Okay. Men think about sex every 7 seconds.
That is very much a blanket statement. And speaking as a man, I'm gonna say that's false. I got nuts in my teeth.
I'm gonna say that's true.
I'm gonna say that's true.
Huh?
All right.
We have opposing answers once again, so you know what that means. One of you is
One of
right,
us is
one of
wrong.
you is wrong, and it's Dwayne. It's Dwayne. It varies. It so varies.
I'm just saying, like, as
So it's not true.
it's not true. I'm sorry.
Okay. Don't apologize to me.
That's true.
I've already accepted this challenge.
All right.
I am looking for one infused with Throa. It is the one I want the most.
All right, Dwayno, Miss Dahlia Jade. It's time to pick your mind.
Can it be with Throa on it? I can't tell which one is the one I want.
Which one of these contains
Which
human
one of the chocolate
bile?
balls do I want?
Which
Do I want
one?
to juggle all the balls or just one?
Which one of these contains pre-digested tater tot casserole? I wonder which one.
Which one has regurgitated anchovies?
Regurgitated.
Just be sure to give it a good sniff.
A good
That's a good
regurgitation.
sniff.
Thank you. I used to feed my pet birds that way. This is the one.
After
Oh, I do see needle holes in this bastard.
so that's something you want to say to somebody.
Hey, does this candy have needle holes in it?
This is my favorite one. It looks like it has razor blades in it. I need to cut my cheek.
This
You
is
know,
what
I've
I've been
heard of piercing.
preparing for every Halloween.
Oh, I love it. My favorite.
I found the candy with drugs in it.
It's the excrement king. There it is. There it is.
Must be a
Tastes like
vinegar one.
jelly. Or something.
Did you get another red wine vinegar one?
No.
What's this one, Doug? I don't think you can hear me.
Mallory, do you know which one that was? Take a guess, because we're curious what was in it.
It's one of them ones.
This one, I can tell you.
Of course, you know which ones are which by how they look.
I don't think there's anything wrong with this one.
You got the one good one, I think. There's only one good one.
Oh no, there's only one good. Oh no. Shouldn't have told me that. Now they're all gonna suck. The mystery is ruined. All right.
Chose right, grasshopper.
So we got one more.
I actually get a treat for getting something wrong.
All right, the very last one.
The very last one. The very last question. Houseflies typically only live for a month.
I'm gonna say that's true. Because that seems about the life expectancy of an insect, anyways.
And Dahlia Jade?
I'm gonna go along and say true.
All right,
This time.
we're both saying true.
Both saying true.
Yeah, you're both right.
All right.
Look at how many mystery balls are left.
Oh my gosh,
There are 7.
the fortune telling toonie is very wrong in this case.
Maybe we
That
should
being
do some
said-
more fortune-telling toonie.
Oh no.
Do you want to flip for see who eats the next one, or do you want to just take them both and we'll just cheers it like
I don't
men?
think I'm desiring to do it.
You don't want to do it? One more?
Take a chance.
It's up to you.
Let's do one more.
Go ahead, you do it. Let's do one more, you do it.
Okay, I'll I'll tell you what.
No, we'll both do them. We gotta both do them.
Oh, you are gonna. I was gonna flip for it. Be like, all right, heads, you have to do it with me. Tails, you get to watch me suffer.
Okay, we'll do it together.
All right. Sounds good to me. Take your pick.
You know me, there's nothing written on this face, scared.
I need to try one of these chocolate-covered ones.
Doesn't that look so good?
I know. Well,
it looks like death.
My sister's very good at making truffles, and I know this.
Very good at making evil truffles. Truffles that'll bite you back. Oh, I'm scared.
No, I'm picking another one. Because I saw a Brussels sprout in there. I saw it. It's in there. Its rear end is sticking out like a sore thumb.
Oh man, way to be a spoil sport.
Oh. Well, I want it to be something I don't know. Like, I want it to be a surprise.
This one was stuck like a piece of poop.
It will be a surprise. You didn't eat one of those.
Oh, it's chocolate poop.
Ooh, mine smells weird.
Well, yeah, she dragged that one across the floor a little bit.
Apparently. All right. Here's to us doing it for the views. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm scared. Oh. That was nice.
Oh, this is fantastic. What was that?
It tasted like the bottom of a grill.
Oh no.
I went to bite it, it was a brick and tomato. It was just like...
Oh god. She was just speculating that one. She didn't say she was gonna do that. That's awesome.
No. I started to gag. I didn't want to throw up on the desk.
I think the tomato was going to grow. Tasting nice and sweet, and then... No, it doesn't go along with it.
Oh,
wow.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Brussels sprout.
I wish I would have stuck with the Brussels sprout. I felt like I just took a munch of the grizzle at the bottom of the grill. Like, the little complexion plate at the bottom, it's like I took a spoonful of that in bacon grease and just went,
Yummy. There you go, fella.
yummy. Protein. Oh. I'm not even gonna. Not even gonna. No.
They look so lovely.
They look so great.
They are so appealing to the wrong guys.
But at the same time, they're like. Oh.
I told you there was nothing on that plate I desired.
Oh, don't throw up, Dean. This is a nice desk.
There you go, fella. Have a couple more.
Oh god.
Get those infernal contraptions away from me.
Oh god.
I literally feel like I'm about to hurl bricks. And those go rough out the end.
Chocolate covered bricks.
Chocolate bricks falling out my muffin. My muffin.
My muff.
Falling out my
Never
mouth.
heard of someone's mouth as their muffin.
Chocolate bricks.
I can see the Brussels sprout from here, too.
I know. I couldn't take that one because I was like, there's a Brussels sprout in there. That ruins it. I can't do it.
What's wrong with the chocolate covered Brussels sprout? Come on, you know you always wanted one.
Oh. Oh gosh. We're gonna need to clean up in aisle 3. D-Max from the Too Damn Early Show has officially left a mess. He will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Put him next to the USS McCain.
Get him out of sight like the McCain.
Get him out of sight. We don't want
Get him out of sight like McCain.
Check, please.
You'll be checking, all right.
I'll be checking myself into the hospital. One.
He'll be checking himself.
I've been there.
His gristle burger chocolate. Sounds so brutal.
Losing my mind. All right, enough of seeing us suffer. That was our show for the. Oh God!
From the old God, huh?
I'm trying to compose
What's
myself.
he got to do with it? Do you think he's serving these little morsels up for his angels?
There you go, kids. Have a couple of these. It'll take the hair right off your chest.
I don't know what sort of traumatic backlash that the good Lord above put in my mouth, but oh,
We want to keep
Alrighty.
you alive and kicking.
So you can check out this podcast on Facebook and YouTube for the video podcast. You can also find us on podcast downloaders such as Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, and Google Play Music. I'm a fan of using Spotify myself when it comes out early, but the video, this is where you get the cake and ice cream. Let me tell you something.
Your face is not changed. Your face has changed from one way to a whole nother way.
We're also hosted on Podbean. You can go and type in Too Damn Early Show at podbean.com, and you can find the app on iOS or Android. So you could go and check that out. And oh my gosh, I'm losing my finger.
Keep it out of there.
Oof. And as for the inspirational quote for you guys, do yourselves a favor. Consider green alternative energy, or Bill Nye will set you on fire. It's never a good idea to go and rob somebody over free French fries. And Donald Trump, get a hold of yourself, dude. I'm tired. I've been covering Trump Day for over 2 years now, and
He's gotten worse every day.
Ugh.
In the words of the wise, don't eat chocolate-covered bonbons.
No, don't.
You may think you know what's inside them, and then you ain't got them.
And in the words of a wise man that never existed, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. When life gives you limes, throw it back at God and tell him that this is copyright infringement.
You'd burn his eyes.
And to our listeners on Cape Cod and beyond, I am D-Max.
I'm Delia Jane.
And you've been listening to the Too Damn Early Show. And from all of us to you, we bid you good morning.
Good morning. He seems like he's gonna die.
Oh, God! We'll see you next time, guys. By the way, shout out to Gary's Wares if you wanted to go and check out his website. You know, just give a local support to a guy who seriously has the best outlook on life ever. I love people that cannot fully take life seriously, and that guy definitely is one of them.
Damn, girl.
Oh my God.
And there you have it. I'm kind of with the DJs. I don't know what to say either. I guess I'm going to have to make more rap songs. But in the meantime, I will be making these. I make, as I said, wooden pipes out of exotic hardwoods. And by the way, Tony Lee, I owe you a pipe or two, my friend. Anyway.